the main thing that we're looking to do when we're practicing self-Abhyanga or self-massage is to pacify Vata dosha. And for this, the oil has to be nice and warm. It should be warmed up to quite a bit more than body temperature, so when you put it on, it has a nice, soothing, relaxing feeling. So we begin with the feet. The feet are a very important part of the body to massage. They bear our weight during the day, they do an awful lot of work, so it's important to be really thorough with the feet, working in between the metatarsals, the small joints of the toes and the ankles. As the joints are places where Vata can accumulate very easily. So lots of nice small circles on all those small joints in the ankles and the feet. And then moving on to the legs. We do longer strokes on the long bones, massaging towards the heart, along the shins, and up the calf. We don't have to be too firm or use too much pressure with the massage. And with the knees again, small circles on the joints, being nice and thorough. And then the thighs again, long strokes towards the heart. After we finish the legs, move on to the abdomen. Pour a generous amount of oil and begin with circular movements in a clockwise direction. Again, you don't have to use too much pressure, especially here on the abdomen. It can be very gentle. Just moving around the belly button in a clockwise direction. Before moving on to the hips, massaging around the hip bones, around the flanks, and then into the lower back. The lower back is another site of Vata accumulation, so working as far as you can reach without stretching or straining, just working nicely into that lumbar area and into the flanks and around the top of the pelvis there. We move on to the chest. When you're doing the chest, be careful to massage all the way out across the collarbones and being really thorough around the shoulder joints. And then you can even work up into the trapezius and into the base of the neck on both sides. Again, nice long strokes on the arms. Paying particular attention again to the wrists as with the ankles, and the hands as with the feet. Really working into the fingers and the joints of the fingers, in between the metacarpals. And finishing always massaging up the arm towards the heart. Doing the back of the arm as well as the underside. Once you've finished the shoulders, the arms, then you can move on to the neck. Many of us experience tension or stiffness in the shoulders and the neck, so this can be a really nice area to pay attention to. You can work quite thoroughly into the neck, in between the joints, the vertebrae, all the way up to the base of the skull, and there are some pressure points there that we can work on as well. So we can then move on to the ears. Begin by placing a couple of drops of oil in each ear. Doesn't have to be too much. The ears and the head are a really important place again for working to pacify and calm down that Vata dosha. And massaging into the jaw can be a really nice thing to do as well. Again, an area where there's a lot of stiffness and tension for many people. So next we're going to massage the head. The head's obviously optional. If you need to go out for the day and you don't want to have oily hair, then you don't have to do this. But the head is a very important place for pacifying Vata and for stabilising the senses. And if you're suffering from insomnia or excessive thinking, stress, then definitely the head is essential. Just choose a day when you can wash your hair or you don't have to go out and about. It's often useful to do nasıl, or just put a couple of drops of oil up each nostril. You can sniff that up into the nose. And always finish by working into the mama points or pressure points on the forehead and the temples.